Hey, beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I guess you can call it a podcast. You guys, we are here today to talk about Basketball Wives. Yay! My first time reviewing Basketball Wives, although I've been watching it forever. I think I missed last season when they were in the COVID house and all that because it was just too much. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I didn't like OG. Sorry, I didn't. And I'm not here for all that. Oh my god, you guys are color change. Like, I'm chocolate too, and I just think aesthetically she's not cute. Like, her face, her actual facial feature. No, you know what, I'm gonna take that back. Her makeup and everything was too harsh for her. She wasn't ugly, but her makeup, because when she toned it down she looked fine, but it was just all too much with the whole colorism thing and everything. Too much, so I didn't watch it. But I'm glad they're back, and I can't wait to start reviewing it. So let me just explain. I used to get really upset, and I know I said it before in another review, but Rocks used to be like, I can't stand Basketball Wives. I don't want to review it. And I was so confused because she hated it, but she was able to deal with like love and hip hop and stuff. So that used to drive me crazy. I used to be like, I love you, Rocks, but I don't understand. Like, these people are closer to your age than the love and like, and love and hip hop was just truly ridiculous. So I feel like I am back in my element. Are they ridiculous as well? Yes, they are, but they're older ridiculous, and I can get with that. All right, let's get started. All right, so we see the ladies coming back, and yeah, I don't understand some of these people being back. I really don't. Why is Duffy back? Why is Angel Brinks back? Did they ever get rid of her? Was she at the house last season? Because again, I didn't watch last season, so I don't know if she was still there, but I do remember she was boring as all get out. And Duffy, does she have a story? Well, listen, I'm going to take it all with a grain of salt, and we're going to give everybody a chance right now. All right. So, clean slate for everyone. Even, what's her name? British with the two T's. All right. So, we start off with Jackie doing the introductions. And y'all, Jackie looked cute in her confessional. I'm chewing chips and talking at the same time, so sorry. It just came out all wrong. But Jackie looks cute in her confessional. But what are those pants she got on? Like, does she have on like workout pants with a black blazer? Did she know that we could see her from the bottom down? Or no, she didn't think so. Okay. All right, so we start out with Jackie and the fact that she's getting married again like she does every year. And I think it's such a waste of time and money. Like, that's the craziest thing ever. The fact that they waste time and money every year with this. I mean, but listen, if she like it, I love it. So she was saying how last year was the 25th and she wanted to do something big, but unfortunately with COVID she couldn't. So she's trying to really do it big this year. Just then she gets a phone call from Shawnee, and Shawnee's letting her know she's not gonna make it. And I'm like, girl, it's fine. There'll be another one next year, and if you made one, you made them all. It's fine. If you made the main one, then you're good. And you guys, when she was talking about the guest list with her daughter, I was hoping that her other daughter was gonna be there. I really did. Like, I was like, oh, this would be so neat if her other daughter was coming. But she didn't say she was coming, so yeah. So as everybody's coming in, Duffy came in first with her fiance, and she said, yeah, they're still just fiance. She had a baby with him, but they ain't get married yet. I think his name is Iman or something. Then in comes Angel Brinks, and she is a designer, believe it or not. This crap she be wearing, her stuff is too gaudy. It's too much. It's not cute. These big earrings, these big shoulder pad, like her stuff is just too gaudy. If she toned down, no, actually, I don't know. But Brooke comes in, and I like Brooke. I think I liked Brooke. I can't even remember, they've been gone so long. I like the way Brooke stood up for herself. And she's pretty. What? How did I feel about Brooke? I can't remember, but we'll see. So I found it interesting and funny that under everybody's name, it was ex girlfriend of. I was like, none of these people are with the guys that I guess helped them get on the show. You got on the show because you were with a basketball player, and now you're not with a basketball player anymore. But it's all right, I'll allow it. Malaysia comes in and she just waves to the ladies, and she goes to sit on the other side. And then we have I think it was British that came in next. And Jennifer, she's there. Y'all, does Jennifer have a storyline? But I will say this. I am happy that Jennifer is still amongst the living because she was with Crazy Tim from the chicken show. Because if he will contract out somebody to kill his nephew, him and Jennifer was going back and forth. He definitely could have just contracted somebody to take her out. So she was really dealing with a killer. That's kind of scary. So I'm thankful that she's still here. I like Jennifer. So Brandy comes in and she sits down with the other ladies, but she looks over at Malaysia and Jennifer and she's like, hey, like she's super happy. And Malaysia doesn't speak. And Jennifer is like, ain't that your girl? That's your best friend? We were really cool, but we haven't talked in a long time. Yeah, but that was your best friend. We were super close, but we haven't talked in a long time. No, are you saying that that wasn't your best friend? No, I'm saying we were cool. We were, but we haven't talked in a long time. Jennifer was just like, okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm like, yeah, just leave her alone. So we get this whole montage about, their friendship and everything. They even put the lock on the bridge. Where's that bridge at, you guys? I don't know why I want to say Amsterdam, but I feel like that's wrong. I don't know. But they put the lock on the bridge. They're going to be best friends forever. And then something happened and they're not anymore. So Brandy says last time we saw them together, they were good. Now they're not speaking. And I can't wait to find out why. It's so weird to see them not speaking or whatever because Rox used to call her single black female because she really did. She would go out of her way to look like and act like Malaysia. Brandy was a little scary. So for them to be on the outs is a little weird to see. I don't know that I truly, truly believe it. I'm not going to lie. But since this is my show, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I ain't going to do them like I do the rest of the shows. All right, so we get to the wedding, and Jackie comes down the aisle in a dress she cannot walk in. I don't know if it was green or black, or I can't really tell, but she was definitely twisting, trying to get her legs to act right because she couldn't really walk in that dress. But yeah, we get a whole montage of their life and their love, and it's beautiful. I really do like Doug Christie. I think he's a cool guy. And for him to put up with Jackie, y'all, it's funny because the first few episodes of every season, Jackie is regular. And then she turns to crazy Jackie. So I do feel like something is off with Jackie. But we don't get to see it the first few episodes. So don't get it twisted right now. Jackie is being super sweet Jackie, but I'm sure crazy is coming. But the wedding was cute. It was cute and all that. So we're at the reception, and DJ Duffy is on the ones and twos, and her boyfriend, well, her fiance, is sitting behind her, and you have Jennifer all in their face, like, you don't have a cousin, you don't have a brother, you don't have an older uncle. I'll take up to a certain age. I wonder why she's so desperate, you guys. She's so pretty. Like, I really wonder what's going on with Jennifer, and I wonder what was going on with her when she got with Tim. But I'm not gonna lie, we all have those people that people be like, hey, why'd you get with him? Because he's just kind of not on your level. I know I have done it, and I have actually had people ask me that before. It's so funny. And at the time when you really like the person, you think it's so rude, hella rude. What do you mean? That's my boo, and he's super nice. But then once y'all end up breaking up, you be like, damn, what was I thinking? He's a goof troop. Like, what was I thinking? Anyway, so then we get to Brandy talking to Duffy and them asking, and they're asking her if she's going to talk to Malaysia because Malaysia's sitting on Jackie's lap talking to them. I thought that was cute. But she's talking to them, and then you have Brandy and them looking over there, and Brandy's in the confessional saying she just thinks it's really rude that Malaysia hasn't spoken to her or anything. And she's going to go over there and speak. And Duffy's like, okay, don't forget this is a wedding, and you don't want arguing at the wedding. And she doesn't think it's a good idea for Brandy to speak, but Brandy, we know Brandy. So Brandy goes over to the table and she's like, hi. Malaysia's like, hi, how are you? I didn't know if I should speak or not. It's very awkward. And the reason why I said I didn't know if it was true or just for a storyline because the smiles on their faces was like they were really trying to act mad, but they couldn't really get it out. I don't know. It was just weird. I think maybe they're not lying. Like I said, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. But it was a whole lot of smiling going on until Brandy was like, yeah, so Wolf died. And apparently Wolf is her dad. And Malaysia did look serious when she said, "No, I didn't." And Brandy just went on and on with, "You knew, we have mutual friends." Malaysia said, "No, we don't." "Yeah, we do, and you knew." And she's like, "I really didn't know." And she's like, you knew. Like Brandy, y'all know Brandy is relentless. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm always on the fence with Brandy because on one hand, I like the way she stand up for herself all the time. I always have like that. But on the other hand, I feel like she pops off way too quick and her mouth is way too reckless and she does too much. She just really does. Like when we talk about aggressive and anger management, that would be Brandy. And I always thought that about her. She does way too much. It's okay to stand up for yourself, but when you just pop off all the time for no reason, it's a little ridiculous. Like she was not taking no for an answer. And in my opinion, Malaysia looked sincere when she said, I didn't know. But Malaysia also didn't say, "Sorry for your loss" or anything like that. So that was kind of shitty. I understand that you mad or whatever, but you can give that up for a minute. But we all know how Malaysia acts when she's mad. So I guess we couldn't expect it from her. Wait, I stand corrected. Malaysia said, "I did not know. I'm sorry because I really did not know that." So she did say, "I'm sorry." And then Brandy's like, "Everyone in the world knows that Wolf died." And I'm like, I didn't know that Wolf died. I don't know Wolf, but I am sorry that he passed. But for her to just be like everybody, and when she said that, when I watched it originally, I was just like, who's her dad? Like everybody knows? Because I didn't know. But yeah, Malaysia did say sorry because I didn't know. So I got to give it to her. I got to give her that one. So Malaysia's so upset that she said her energy is off, so she's leaving. So she's walking out, and y'all, who are these two women that they keep showing? And they actually put names under there. They're like Nia and somebody else, and I'm like, are they trying to introduce two new women? But Jackie goes outside to try to stop Malaysia, and Malaysia is explaining to her that she did not know. And then we see Brandy. She's inside telling these girls, whoever these girls are, listen, she knew, and she didn't say anything. So we have Shawnee and Jackie going shopping. She said she wanted to make it up for her for missing her wedding. So they're talking, and I guess she tells her about Brandy, and yeah, it's so funny. Jackie was trying to show she was trying to show Shawnee some gym shoes that I guess she was gonna get for either herself or Doug, and Shawnee was like, no. And I'm like, we all know Jackie can't dress, so it's okay. But she's telling her about Brandy or whatever. And first of all, this outfit that Shawnee has on in her confessional, what is all of that? What is just all the bigness? Like, why are they wearing all this stuff in the confessional? Did we see a confessional from Jennifer at all? Oh, we did. It was like kind of lightweight though. But I don't understand what they're wearing in these confessionals, and it has all these different colors or whatever, and it's all big shouldered, and I don't know. It's like when you watch Project Runway and they do the the abstract stuff. But yeah, so I guess Shawnee is gonna end up trying to talk to Brandy about her in Malaysia because she's saying that they need to be a sisterhood because they all understand what was going on with each other. Because even if they're exes, and I'm like, they're all exes. You're the producer, they're all exes. Even if they're exes of the basketball world, we're all in the same circle, or we've been in the same circle, so it's all the same thing. Okay, great. Y'all, and then we get Angel Brinks, and I can care less. She's with the guy, Rockstar, and I think he was on Love and Hip Hop, and I think he was just a goof troop. Like, I don't know that, and I think I remembered him because he was decent looking. I remember thinking he was decent looking, but he was just really goofy or something. Like, something was just kind of off with him. But that's who she's with now, and she's pregnant, so good for them. All right, yes. So Brandy is meeting up with Shawnee, and she's in the confessional saying that a lot of people think they still don't get along, but they squashed it a long time ago. And then, of course, we get a montage of them falling out all the time, and Shawnee eventually telling her, "Thank you for your services." And when I'm telling you, I'm not even lying, y'all. When that episode aired, I got my entire life. I did because I could not stand Brandy at the time. I just thought that she was such a follower, and she was definitely Malaysia's shadow, and she was doing way too much. She was just so in your face and like a guard dog. It was ridiculous. But yeah, and then who talks to their boss like that for real? I think you're being a bitch. Like, who are you talking to? No, thank you for your services. And I hated the fact that she came back. I think it was the next season. And I was like, Shawnee, what you doing? Come on, you went out like a G. Let her go. But she came back and she calmed down a little bit. But she's back. They're good. They meet up and they're talking about what's going on with her in Malaysia. So Brandy told her that she thinks that her and Malaysia, their relationship has dissolved. It's done. She was explaining how they they were so cool, but then her dad just passed a month ago and she hasn't been there. She said she's experienced a lot of loss and she starts crying, talking about the death of her father. I guess it was kind of abrupt. It's very sad, like it really is. But you know what else we found out is that I think Shawnee is stepping away, you guys, from being on camera. Because she said when she met up with Jackie that when she goes back to Houston, she's just going to turn it over to Jackie. And I'm like, what? Is Jackie going to be the big top dog now? And then she's telling, not Malaysia, Brandy, that when she goes back to Houston, she's just going to stay. And I'm like, okay. And she's not in the pictures, you guys. So I think Shawnee is finally stepping away from being in front of the camera on Basketball Wives. So she tells Brandy that she hopes that her and Malaysia can talk. She's like, it takes much more energy to be mad at somebody than it does to just live your life and enjoy. And I'm like, girl, I'm able to not even think about you. So if I'm mad at you and I'm done with you, I'm done with you. But Brandy says it can't be one sided, it has to be mutual. So we'll see what happens. So next we have Malaysia and Jackie meeting up, and Malaysia is working it as she's walking into the restaurant. And when I tell you, it was just boobs for days, like boobs everywhere. Her, Jackie, everywhere. But they sit down, and Jackie is ordering tequila, saying that her and Doug are about to have their last day, and she's about to be all over him. She opens her bag and shows Malaysia something, and Malaysia says, "Poor Doug," and I'm like, "Oh my God, what's she trying to do to Doug?" But he probably like it. It's okay. So then during this, we find out that basically, just to sum it up, Malaysia has not been getting child support. She's kind of doing everything. She feels like she's going through a lot. She starts crying. She feels like what's happening with Brandy, she's not trying to address it or argue or anything because, she's like, I just stay quiet because I'm not trying to argue. I'm not trying to do all that. She has no energy for it. So Jackie is so funny. Jackie gets all mad. He's like, I'm pissed off that he don't be paying. You wanted these kids. She's one of those friends. I'm like, okay, we all need them, but I need her to bring it down. Ma'am, bring it down. It's not your situation. So Jackie invites Malaysia to a dinner, not a dinner, like a little sit down cocktail meeting or whatever with all the girls. And Malaysia says, okay. So now we're at the meeting. They come in and they tell Angel she looks really pretty and everything. And they're showing her, like, we can't see her stomach. Y'all, she's not like 2 months or whatever. You can definitely tell this girl's pregnant. But we want to go through this whole thing of, oh, Angel's not drinking. Why is she not drinking? Oh, I have something to tell you guys. I'm pregnant. I'm like, no shit, because your stomach is huge. Like, seriously. But they're all happy for her, and who cares? And it's so funny because she hasn't called him Rockstar yet, because I don't know if people know him, but they asked by who and everything. She called him Rock, and she's like, he's a producer, but I think if she called him by his name, somebody in that little section is gonna know him. So Brandy is like, what's wrong with your energy? And she's like, listen, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about my energy, my energy. And Brandy's like, yeah, I'm talking about you, your energy. And Malaysia is like, it's not about you. And she's like, well, I think that's a crock of bullshit because Brandy does too much. And Malaysia's just like, look, you're attacking me. You're attacking. She's like, you come in talking about your energy and other people's energy. She's like, I didn't say your energy. I said my energy. And she's like, so now you're the victim. So anyway, they decide they need to talk. Brandy wants to talk, and Malaysia's like, yeah, not right now. We're not going to talk with you with all this aggression and energy right now. And she's like, because you're not going to talk to me like that. Brandy's like, talk to you like what? Brandy is, oh, she tells her she has a character flaw. And I'm like, girl, and that's what I mean by Brandy going from 1 to 10 in like 2 seconds flat. What are you talking about? Like, why are you doing all of that as soon as this girl come and sit down? So Jackie is giving a big speech about how the girls got to get them back together. They've been friends for so long. And then Malaysia's like, listen, if you want to talk, we can go talk. And y'all, the smirks on their faces, I don't know that I believe it, honestly. Like, they both have smirks on their faces. Like, they're trying not to laugh. And Brandy is looking away like she's trying not to look at her, because if she look at her, she gonna laugh. I don't know, but they do a little sit down. All right, so they sit down and talk, and everything is going fine at first. Malaysia's like, I really didn't know. And, why wouldn't I call if I knew you had COVID? And I found out through somebody else, and I almost lost my mind. And I thought it was going okay. Oh, excuse me, but Brandy, you have a character flaw, and that's not good for you. And you shouldn't, like, there's just no talking to this girl. So it did not end well. Then we get scenes, well, a little trailer of what's to come. And listen, I think it's going to go down. I think it's going to go down on this show. So I'm looking forward to it. But if you have not already, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Smooches.